So, rather than working on something typical, I wanted to do something a little bit unusual. With the fretless bass, one of the things that people enjoy the most is it's a very specific swelling of the note. And we generally refer to that as the Mwah. If you see that in print, it's M-W-A-H, or just M-W-A. And it refers to the sound that's not, but more, how the note kind of blossoms, it blooms. That kind of a sound. There are a few factors in getting that. Part of it is the specific wood used in the instrument. In the case of this, this bass has a mahogany body, which I find very resonant, very punchy. Has a strong mid-range presence, it's very lively. But you can get this from most instruments. This bass also has a finish applied to the fingerboard. You find that an epoxy finish on a fretless board, like what Jaco Pastorius used on his, will produce much more of the Mwah effect. If your bass is neck through or has a set neck rather than a bolt-on neck, it's easier to get that Mwah effect. Active electronics, certain kinds of pickups. I find that you can really get that with round wound strings, which this bass has. These strings are actually more than 3 years old, but I can still get a lot of that. So aside from the physical makeup of your instrument, your strings, your electronics, your amp, all that kind of stuff, the key element to getting that effect out of your instrument is really having an understanding of the way your specific instrument resonates, how it responds to the way you play, to the strings. Every instrument resonates differently, the same way every person resonates differently. So you need to understand that it comes from both of your hands. Specifically, if you play back here, back close to the bridge, you get less of that effect. The more you move up towards the middle of the string, towards over the neck or towards the end of the neck, you get that. Because the string is free to vibrate more freely. You get more of what we call excursion. So a lot of it has to do with your plucking hand, the hand that's actually attacking the string. The other hand is going to be absolutely key in getting the Mwah effect. You have to understand how you're going to vibrate the string with this hand, whether or not you want to use vibrato. The big key is really just letting the note open, giving the note full voice. Want to keep the note from getting choked at all. It's the opposite of what you do in funk style playing, where you're going for a lot of that staccato effect. So with the Mwah, you want to make sure the note opens, it blossoms, it really blooms. Think of it as like a sonic flower. You really want to have that open. So a little more abstract than most of the lessons have been, where it's not focusing on a specific technique, but it's really understanding your hands and your instrument and how to get the note to open. It takes a little time, it's not an easy thing to grasp. But it's in there. So if you're willing to work a little bit, listen to your instrument, you can get the Mwah too.